Hi everyone, I hope you're having a great day so far. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Katie. So today's video is going to be my 2021 goals. Now, I wasn't sure if I was gonna make this video, but when I sat down and thought about it, I do have goals. I'm not a big fan of New Year's resolutions. I don't know, I think that they're a lot of times the fitness industry trying to play into our insecurities, especially considering the fact that people feel, and I feel too, that we have gained a little bit of pounds due to the quarantine. But I feel like this year I have goals for this channel and I need to hit them, and I feel like if I write them down, they're tangible. If I make this video, they're tangible, they're there, they're out in the world, and all of my friends can hold me accountable to this. And I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I'm going to be pretty vulnerable with y'all today, just because, I don't know, some of these, even though they're booktube goals, they lie within other things, psychologically, things that sort, that go on in my brain here. If you're not into that, I apologize, but I hope y'all enjoy this video. Thank you so much for watching, and let's get to it. Okay, so I'm gonna be doing mainly my booktube goals, but I may sprinkle in some personal goals here too. My very first goal is to read more. So I cannot remember if I've talked about it on this channel or if I've talked about it. I know I've talked about it on my Instagram, but the first of the year, my son came home today, January 3rd, a year ago. He was in the NICU for 3 weeks, and so we finally got him home today, a year ago. Well, it was difficult. I struggled with postpartum depression. I struggled with a lot of things at the beginning of the year. I worked at a job for 5 years almost, and I quit that job because I felt like I needed some more work-life balance. This job wasn't a really work-life balance kind of company. It was a work hard, play hard kind of company. I made a lot of changes within myself personally, just because of some of the things, bad habits I fell into at that job. So the beginning of the year was a lot of change for me. I had busted my ass for 5 years at this job, and I decided I needed to leave because I didn't feel like the environment was for me. It wasn't conducive for a new mother. This was in March, end of February, March, and I had somehow on the end of my maternity leave found a job, and I was so excited to start this job. Well, this was right around the time COVID started blowing up. My start date got pushed back, and I was just so afraid. I'm like, I just quit this job, I'm not gonna have a job, whatever. And I got let go the second day that I was working due to COVID. And so surprising. Even my boss at the time was so surprised. That was just like a super, super hard day in my life, because I never envisioned myself staying home, being a stay-at-home mom. Now I feel like I could be, and maybe I should be, but I don't know if it's just because I'm afraid to go back to work, or if it's because, I don't know, I have a lot of fears and insecurities around being a stay-at-home mom. I don't know, that's a whole thing. But the first of the year was a struggle for me. It was the best time of my life because I had my baby, but you know, if you are a mom, you'll understand that, you know, postpartum depression is super real. I don't know, I just felt like I was just in a crazy place. So reading was not at the top of my priority list. It was learning to be a mom. It was keeping my child alive. It was working on my mental health. It was a lot of things. But my goal this year is to read more. So the first part of last year, I was not able to read. So I didn't really make a priority to read until I started my booktube, because I'm like, I want to do booktube. I love booktube, but I have not read this year. So that was one of the things that held me back, was I had not read a lot last year. And even still, I compare myself to people on booktube, even though I shouldn't. That is like a huge thing of mine, like a huge problem with me. I compare myself all the time. So I've decided this year I'm just going to focus on me and what I can do and what's realistic for me. Because what's realistic for me is not being able to read like 300 books. I wish I could do that. And it has nothing more to do with this right here. I think that for me, a realistic goal is 100 books. I read 50 books last year, not really starting until like July or June, really reading. I still was in reading slumps, and I have some things I'm gonna do this year to kind of stop me from getting in these reading slumps. Yeah, read more, 100 books. If I get more, I get more. Thinking about things that are attainable for me, not comparing myself, and reading more at the same time, making it a priority. Because I do this thing, and I just watched my friend from Hey Booktube's, Heather, and she says she does the same thing, and I do it. I have like very bad ADD, and I've learned over the years that some of these like mental things, blocks, things of the sort, are attributed to my ADD. So one of the things that I do is, if I get in a reading slump, or if I feel like, oh, I don't know if I want to read this book right now, but I feel like I need to finish this book because I started the book. It's a whole process. Then I'll go on TikTok, I'll go on Facebook, I'll go on Instagram and scroll, and it does nothing for me. It does nothing for me, especially scrolling through Facebook. I thought about getting rid of Facebook for the longest time, because at least on Instagram and Bookstagram, it's something that is feeding my brain. It is something where I'm supporting my friends. It's something where I'm finding new creators. It's something where I'm finding new book recommendations. It's something besides just scrolling through Facebook, which I've thought about kind of just getting rid of, or not even going on my Facebook app. Not getting rid of Facebook, because like that's dramatic, but like deleting the app from my phone. I thought about that because I am just like ADD, so I'm like always needing to do something. Kind of getting rid of that behavior too. So 100 books and getting rid of that behavior, making it a priority, is what's important to me. Because honestly, what feeds my brain, what makes me happier, is reading. It's just the fact that sometimes my brain is just crazy. I'm just crazy. So yes, 100 books is what I'm gonna try to get to this year. I know it's not a lot, but it's attainable for me. Okay, so another thing that I want to really focus on this year is planning out my videos and just being more intentional and planning in general. Because sometimes I feel like I'm like, okay, well, I'll just do this video, whatever. Just whatever comes to my brain, because I feel like if I plan something out, maybe I won't necessarily want to do it, enjoy it at the time. I don't know, but I need to be better about it. So I bought a planner for the first time since college. I'm excited about it. I bought planner stickers. I did all of this stuff. And I feel like when me doing that and writing down and doing everything is going to be really helpful, because I feel like I do need to plan out my videos. I do need to plan out my life, because I do have different things going on, especially if I'm able to go back to work here soon. Then I'm going to really need to be more focused and really need to be more, I don't know, put together, you know? So that's a huge goal of mine, personal life, but also with YouTube. Going along with that is being more consistent with my videos. So when I first started doing my YouTube, I put out videos twice a week. Tuesdays and Thursdays religiously. I would do anything, I would get them out no matter what. It used to be a lot easier because Jameson, he'd sleep in or he'd sit in his swing, and then later he would bounce in his bouncer. He used to sit in his bouncer forever. He loved that bouncer, didn't want to be anywhere else. And then it broke because he's just swinging around being crazy, and then he's just too big for it now. So now it's exponentially harder to get videos, not really recorded because I can do those on Sundays, but get them edited. And it's all about like a balance thing for me. So I literally could all day on Sunday do all of this. The problem is my husband only has Sundays and Tuesdays off. And so Sundays I feel like is a day we're all together. So doing that and sitting there and doing all of my recording and then doing all of my editing on one day, it's just gonna put my family behind. And I don't like that. Mainly because we like to go out and go for hikes. We like to go out, go for drives. We like to go walk around the beach. We like to do stuff like that, and I feel like if I do that, it's like holding back family time that I will never get back, you know? It's been very difficult, but I told myself I need to prioritize this, not just because BookTube is important to me, but BookTube is an outlet for me to be something other than mommy, to be something other than wife. I will never be like a mommy's mommy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have to have something for me or I'm gonna go crazy. Because like I have said before, oh God, itchy. Whenever I went to college, whenever I started working, I never envisioned myself to be a stay-at-home mom. And that's just for me. I didn't feel like that was my path. Personally, my mom didn't stay home, so she was the main breadwinner. So I always saw that as, you know, successful. And I've come to learn in the past year that that does not define success. I'm still very hard on myself about not having a job, about feeling like I could be doing more. You know, I need this for me. I need this for fun. I need this to define myself other than mommy and wife. In doing so, making that a priority is doing that for myself. So being intentional, making it a priority, at least 2 videos a week. I will never be able to do 6 videos a week, 5 videos a week, even 3 videos a week. That's not feasible for me and my mental health and my current situation in my life. It's just not. Doing 2 videos a week is realistic for me. 100 books, 2 videos a week. Planning them out in my planner. Something else that I want to do, and it's grow my channel. And I never want to put a number on it because it is out of my control, you know what I mean? But something I learned from my last job, if you keep doing the right things, results will happen. Being consistent with my recording, being consistent with my uploads, being consistent with my engagement with y'all, being consistent with content produced on Instagram, on YouTube, things of that sort, that is gonna get me to where I wanna go, as far as subscriber wise. That being said, having the most subscribers is not a priority of mine. It's fun. It goes along with the fun part about BookTube, which is connecting with people. It's not something that I'm like thinking, oh, I'm gonna be, you know, the next Chandler Ainsley and have 70,000 subscribers. Or I'm not gonna be the next, you know, huge YouTuber with 3-point-something million subscribers. That's not it. I would love to be monetized. I think that that would be fun. Doing it for the people who follow me and like my content genuinely. But that is like what is important with this whole BookTube Instagram thing, is the people, the subscribers, are the followers, are the people, and being able to have those relationships and being able to have this platform to reach out and speak to people, like engage. That has like been the main reason why I wanted to do this whole thing. Going along with that, I'm gonna go on another tangent, and I want to just say I literally have the best friends in the absolute world, and I talk about it all the time, how lucky I am, how fortunate I am to have these women in my life. I met my best friends in college. Been friends for 10 years. And with that, I met their husbands, who are also my best friends. We've connected with more friends from college, so I have a pretty decent, and I met my friends in the sorority and then fraternities, things of that sort. But I've met them through those means and been friends with them for 10 years. Saying that, I don't feel like I make friends easily. I feel like I'm in my head, I compare myself, I overthink, I do all of these things, which makes it hard for me to put myself out there. Oops, can I get my finger? To put myself out there, to feel like somebody likes me genuinely for me, and to, you know, basically engage and feel like I can actually make friends, you know? So the fact that I have had these friendships for so long, and they enable me in the best way possible. Meaning that if I'm feeling insecure, if I'm feeling like I just need to say something, if I'm feeling like, you know, I need to talk to somebody who doesn't judge me, I have that outlet right there. So that means in making new friends, I feel like I should just be a normal human and be like, okay, these are my friends, yay. But instead, I want to do these same tendencies I've done with my best friends who dealt with me, who understand who I am, and know that I am a crazy person, and I do sometimes feel insecure, and I do sometimes need that validation. I can't ask of that of new people, because like, not everybody's crazy like me, and not everybody has learned to be in a friendship with me being as crazy as I am. So, in making new friends, especially BookTube friends, I cannot be this crazy person. Also, the fact that I feel like I'm a very just ridiculous person, and I am not a very serious person all the time. I feel like I just overthink and think of all the things, the reasons why people wouldn't want to be my friend, instead of thinking, okay, well, these are all the reasons somebody would want to be my friend, you know? And that stopped me from really reaching out and I think in the end, also creating deeper friendships with these people. So something I feel like I want to do this year is to have more collabs, and not necessarily for channel growth, because that's definitely not the case, but for relationship building and to just make fun content, creative content with people I genuinely enjoy, I respect, and I feel like I can learn from. I feel like that's like a huge thing, 2020 goal, is to put myself out there and to stop thinking about all the reasons why somebody wouldn't want to be my friend, and to think about reasons why they would want to be my friend. So I know it sounds kind of crazy, and it's not really like a channel goal or subscriber goal, but it's just like a personal goal within me. It should just stop overthinking every little thing and just live in the now, live in the moment. And that is something I've learned to do this year more. So that's a goal. Like the next few probably aren't as like, you know, thoughtful and deep-rooted in mental illness, things of that sort, as those first few are. So if you want a little bit of a lighter content, just know that it's a coming right now. I'm like thirsty from like talking all freaking ear off about absolutely nothing. Okay. Being more organized. I am just not an organized person. And so being organized, I think that goes along with more of the planner type thing, but being more organized with things is always going to be a goal of mine. So next, move on from books I need to move on from, or switch to a different book and switch back, because I feel like something that holds me back from like reading, and holds me back from, you know, getting the amount of books read that I want to get read, I like get myself in a head. I'm like, I have to read this book before I can move on, or I'll never get back to it. Or if I don't finish this book, I will feel like an imposter. I feel like I have imposter syndrome a lot, by the way. I'll feel like an imposter, like I can't say that I have any opinions on this book because I didn't read it, you know, whatever. So being able to say, oh, I need to put down this book, either pick it back up later or never pick it back up again, and just move on. That is something that gets me in a reading slump for sure. I am on A Court of Mist and Fury, which I've been reading for 2 weeks. Now officially 2 weeks, or weeks officially. It's 700 pages, so it's daunting. I need to put it down. I feel like I need to put it down. I'm gonna read it today, and then I'm gonna put it down because I do have 3 books I need to get read this week, possibly 4. So I need to put it down. So I'm gonna put it down, and I gotta let myself be able to put it down and not sit there in my head and be like, well, I should be reading this, you know? So being able to put things down whenever I need to put them down. Also, another goal is to read more novellas. I have never been a big novella reader, but something I've learned to get me out of reading slumps is to read novellas, because they're quick. I don't really enjoy insta-love, but I feel like sometimes you need that kind of like palate cleanse. I say palate cleanse way too much. You need that kind of palate cleanse in order to move on to something that's more of a back and forth, a slow burn situation. Sometimes you need a little bit of a balance. So for me, reading more novellas is going to be a priority in 2021, so that I can just push through these reading slumps and also have like little cute enjoyable reads. Like I did that last week and it was a great day, and I felt like I accomplished a lot, and it was a great day. So last but not least, and oh god, I touch my hair way too much. Another goal for 2021 is to not be so fidgety in my videos. I feel like I'm always touching my hair, and I'm sorry if that bugs you. It bugs my mom when she watches my videos. Okay. So the last one, I'm not really sure how to accomplish. So I'm probably gonna reach out to one of my booktube friends and ask to request more arcs and work with NetGalley. I would like to do that, and I would like to work with authors and publishers more. That is a goal of mine in general, is to be able to be legit enough than my channel Bookstagram to be able to work with authors and publishers, because that's like a dream of mine in general. If I could write, I would write. If I could work at a publishing house, I would work at a publishing house, because I want to be ingrained in that world, but I don't have the skills to be. I feel like if I request more arcs, things of that sort, do more reviews, like that's something that I really want to focus on. And the first step within that is going to be getting more involved in NetGalley. I don't really know how to use it that well. I know a friend who I'm going to reach out to right now and get this NetGalley thing going. So, and being able to receive more arcs and figuring out the best ways to do that, and getting y'all like new fresh releases, like reviews of fresh releases instead of me just reading whatever comes to my head, whatever I find. I'm like, oh, I need to read that, you know, no matter if it came out in 2012, 2018, 2020, 2021. Getting more arcs, doing more reviews on Goodreads, things of that sort is a goal of mine. Okay, y'all, I feel like this is gonna be a really long video. But I hope y'all enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed my 2020 goals. I apologize for all of my, I apologize too much. Apologize for all of my kind of like, sort of analyzing my own mental illnesses, my own brain. I apologize for that if that's a little bit too deep for you. That's just who I am, and sharing myself is something I feel like is important to getting to know me and for you to understanding my content, my thought process, things of that sort. One thing that I always like told myself was that, oh, I'm very, you know, I keep things close to the cuff. I don't show myself to people. I used to take pride in that in a way. And I realized I really am not that way. I'm really not the type of person to hold things in. If people ask me about my thoughts, my life, my experiences, I will be more open, and I should take more pride in that and be happy with myself about being an open and caring person, instead of taking pride in the fact that I can also be keeping my own issues, problems, thoughts close to the cuff. And I don't mean like thoughts on books, I mean about myself. So being more proud of myself for being more open. There's nothing wrong with being open. There's nothing wrong with sharing your feelings. There's nothing wrong with being passionate. And even though I've been told so many times, especially my last job, that there is problems with all of that stuff, I just need to be proud of myself, and doing this video has made me proud to show y'all who I really am, the kind of person that you're subscribed to, but the kind of person that you watch, and that's just who I am. So what are your 2021 goals? Let me know what your thoughts are, and if you have any like goals, if you want to start a channel, if you want to do anything, if you want to start a bookstagram, reach out. Like, I will help you and give you whatever knowledge, little that I do have. Same thing with like iMovie, things of that sort. Whatever little knowledge I have, I will give to you. And if there's anything I can do to help you with your 2021 goals, let me know. Whether it be accountability, whether it be, I don't know, a plan, whatever. Let me know. I'd love to interact with y'all more. But yeah, I hope that y'all have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.